feeling stuck? It's a common thing that happens when we're trying to change our behavior or modify our wellness habits. And in fact, it's a normal part of the change process. Occasionally, though, we can get really stuck and feel like we're just spinning our wheels all the time. In those instances, what's often happening is we're focused on issues that are coming up. So we're focusing on what's the matter. We're focusing on what we're not doing right, what's not going well, what didn't go quite as we planned it to, maybe ways in which we're falling short. And all of this really relates to our negativity bias. It's something I've discussed on the blog before. So what do we do about it? When you find yourself feeling stuck, it's really helpful to, instead of asking yourself, what's the matter, shift the focus to what matters most. I've seen this work wonders with my own wellness coaching clients. What happens is it helps us to focus on the things that are most important to us. Really what we're getting at here are our values. And value-driven behavior change is much more sustainable. It links into our intrinsic motivation. That's what's really important to us, what we want to accomplish for ourselves because we think it's important, not necessarily because someone has told us to or we think we should. So it helps us to move from extrinsic motivation to intrinsic motivation. It taps into our values and what's most important. And we know from research that when we do this, we're much more likely to stick with a change. We're much more likely to engage in those healthy behaviors that we find align with our values. And so oftentimes when I have a wellness coaching client who says they want to do something, but they continue to, get stuck and feel like nothing's going right, we have to focus on this mindset shift. Instead of asking, what's the matter? We start focusing on what matters most. It's a simple shift that we can make. It's something that just takes a little bit of practice. So answering this question one time isn't necessarily going to be life-changing, but it can start to build your awareness so that the next time you find yourself stuck, you can think, oh, I know this feeling. I'm stuck in this negativity bias, this negative loop, and to get out of it, I'm going to shift from what is the matter to what matters most. It's a simple change that we can make to help us to prioritize our health and wellness, to change our behaviors, to stick to new habit patterns, because it doesn't have to feel overwhelming to change our behavior. There are simple things we can do that don't require a ton of effort and time. If you like this content, consider subscribing to Take 5. It's my newsletter where I share lessons like this. And new subscribers receive my free guide on 5 ways to decrease stress and build resilience in 5 minutes or less. Give this practice a try this week. There's going to be lots of opportunities over the holidays to experience things going wrong or not quite as planned. And it's really helpful to use this practice instead. So ask yourself, what matters most? Let me know how it goes.